Disclaimer. These stories will contain graphic depictions of horror elements, including but not limited to gore, graphic depictions of violence, body horror, murder, just all the horror. So please exercise caution when listening. Good evening. Welcome to Sniper's Creepy Crypt, the spookiest place in the here and there, the place between where you're coming from and where you might never leave. I am Sniper Shadow, and I am here in this our month of the horror and macabre to bring you tales of the utmost terrifying. These tales are not my own. I simply overhear them from passers-by. Sniper's Creepy Crypt is open for 31 days and 31 days only, before it disappears for another year. So join us for some horror from the depths of the hell dimensions.
36,400,000. That is the expected number of intelligent civilizations in our galaxy, according to Drake's famous equation. For the last 78 years, we have been broadcasting everything about us. Our radio, our television, our history, our greatest discoveries, to the rest of the galaxy. We have been shouting our existence at the top of our lungs to the rest of the universe, wondering if we were alone. 36 million civilizations, yet in almost a century of listening, we haven't heard a thing. We were alone. That was until about 5 minutes ago. Transmission came on every transcendental multiple of hydrogen's frequency that we were listening to. Transcendental harmonics, things like hydrogen's frequency times pi, don't appear in nature, so I knew it had to be artificial. The signal pulsed on and off very quickly, with incredibly uniform amplitudes. My initial reaction was that this was some kind of binary transmission. I measured 1,679 pulses in the 1 minute that the transmission was active. After that, the silence resumed. The numbers didn't make any sense at first. They just seemed to be a random jumble of noise, but the pulses were so perfectly uniform, and on a frequency that was always so silent. They had to come from an artificial source. I looked over the transmission again, and my heart skipped a beat. 1,679. That was the exact length of the Arecibo message sent out 40 years ago. I excitedly started arranging the bits in the original 73 by 23 rectangle. I didn't get more than halfway through before my hopes were confirmed. This was the exact same message. The numbers in binary from 1 to 10. The atomic numbers of the elements that make up life. The formulas for our DNA nucleotides. Someone had been listening to us and wanted us to know they were there. Then it came to me. The original message was transmitted only 40 years ago. This means that life must be at almost 20 light years away. A civilization within talking distance? This would revolutionize every field I have ever worked in. Astrophysics, astrobiology, The signal is beeping again. This time, it is slow. Deliberate even. It lasts just under 5 minutes, with a new bit coming once per second. Though the computers are of course recording it, I start writing them down. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. I knew immediately this wasn't the same message as before. My mind races through the possibilities of what this could be. The transmission ends, having transmitted 248 bits. Surely this is too small for a meaningful message. What great message to another civilization can you possibly send with only 248 bits of information? On a computer, the files that small would be limited to text. Was it possible? Were they really sending us a message in our own language? Come to think of it, it's not that out of the question. We had been transmitting pretty much every language on Earth the last 70 years. I began to decipher with the first encoding scheme I could think of, ASC2. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. That's B. 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. That's E. As I finished piecing together the message, my stomach sinks like an anchor. The words before me answer everything. Be quiet, or they will hear you.
That concludes our tale for today. Return tomorrow for another horror-filled experience. Wherever you come from and wherever you're going, thank you for spending some time here with us at Sniper's Creepy Crypt. Remember, traveler, eyes ahead, don't look back. Until next time, good night and good luck.